Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's the Suburban Viking. I am Midgard Axe. How's everybody doing? How's everybody been? And we're going to go over the WATL Butcher, the World Axethrowing League Butcher. Now, some of you probably saw at the very last throw at the start of this video, my intro, you saw that I threw the axe head by itself. Yeah, so this happened. And I'll get into that in a minute, but I do want to say one thing before we continue. I understand that when the World Axethrowing League designed this throwing axe, the Butcher, they did not design it for me to go back and throw it triple rotations and throw it as hard as I can. It is an axe designed to be gently thrown or moderately thrown at a single rotation for competition. Very, very thin cheeks and a very thin bit profile. So guys, I understand that. However, I will get into what happened with the axe and my overall experience with the Butcher. I did throw the World Axethrowing League Ace of Spades. If you haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. That thing performed beautifully. Even at double and triple rotations, I had no issues with that axe, okay? The Butcher, this axe here, okay? The Butcher. I will say the reason why I bought this was merely for the design alone. I thought it was a really cool design. Now I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to put three axes up on the screen here. You have your Gransforsbruck Carpenter's axe, you have your Italian Rinaldi Carpenter's axe, and you have your Husqvarna Carpenter's axe. Have experience with all three of those. As you can look at these pictures that I'm putting up here and see, they all have a straight bit profile. And as you can see, the Butcher has almost the same profile as those axes. The reason why I bring that up is because, as most of you know already, I enjoy throwing carpenter's axes. In fact, they're some of my favorite axes to throw. So when I saw this axe online, I said, man, this would be a great axe to throw, in my opinion, because it matches what a carpenter axe would look like and feel. My overall experience with this axe was this. It's awesome. I love this axe. This thing hits with some freaking force, guys. When you get this head off this handle, you really start feeling the heft, that it's literally all in the head, okay? And I will tell you that when that head was going into the target, man, it was sinking extremely deep. I was having to take both hands on a lot of the throws when I was throwing hard and literally like rock it and pull it out because it sank so deep into the target. It flew extremely well. It flew very well at single rotations. And like I said in my previous video, the first impressions video, I didn't have to flip this thing over at all. It was literally flipping itself over when I released it. It felt the exact same at double rotations. And even when I stepped back to do triple rotations, guys, it felt the same as at a single, double, and a triple. This thing is extremely consistent, and I loved the way that this thing flew in the air. I think they did a really good job designing this head. I think it flies extremely well, and I think that it would do awesome for you at single, double, and triple rotations. It was just a great, fun axe to throw. It felt a little heavy on top, and I really put some heft into it when I was throwing it, and it just felt really good. It felt like I wasn't throwing a toy. It felt like I was throwing an actual heavy-headed axe into the target, making it sink really deep, and it was very accurate too. Wherever I aimed, it went. So it was a great flying axe. I really enjoyed throwing it. However, there were two cons that I noticed too with this axe. Number one, the bit. I was throwing it yesterday, guys, before I made the video. You know, I always test my axes and I throw them a lot. And most of the time when I throw them for the first time, I normally don't put that on camera. I'll go outside by myself and throw it over and over and over again. And then once I do that, I'll come back and I'll throw it for you on camera, or same day, I'll throw it over and over and over again. Then I'll turn the camera on and record parts of me throwing. I did notice that on a few throws, the bit here, it has straightened itself back out. But guys, the bit from about the toe of the bit to the middle was literally like this. It like curled, the bit literally curled itself over. I didn't get a picture of it because once it happened, I said, I'm going to go grab my camera when I get done. And I threw two more throws. And then when I pulled it out on the second throw, it had literally pushed itself back into place. Now, I will say that the reason why it probably does that is because of the thin cheeks and the thin bit. I have heard of people online saying with some of these World Axethrowing League axes like the Ace of Spades and the Butcher, that people at axe throwing facilities have broke and even snapped off bits when they've gone flying in the air. I can see where that would happen. Like I said before, guys, the bit literally curled over about halfway down and was literally basically out of line with half of the other bit. But like I said, when I threw it 2 more times and sunk it in the target, it corrected itself back. So I will say that if you do get this axe, I would be extremely careful throwing this thing hard and for distance, because I could see where this thing could snap and break off. When I saw that thing, you know, kind of mold its way over, I was like, holy shit, what the hell's going on with this thing? It's weird. I didn't get that with the Ace of Spades, and I threw that one just as hard as this one. I will say that with the Ace of Spades, you do have more of a rounded bit, and it did feel a little bit thicker in this area than this one does. You have a lot more of a bit on this one. It's a straight bit, and it's a lot thinner up in here, so maybe that's why. Or it could be something to do with the steel. There could be something wrong with this steel up in here. I don't know, but with people saying that the bits snap off and everything, I will give you my opinion and say that if you buy it, I think it would work great for single and double rotations, but pay attention to how hard you throw it and pay attention to that bit and check it every once in a while, because that thing can start going left and right and kind of, you know, getting weird. So pay attention to that if you do get this axe. So getting into why this axe handle broke. Luckily for you guys and for me, I got it on camera. So I'm going to roll the video in of when it broke. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put it on the screen now. Did you see that? Did you see that? Come with me. I saw it. And make sure you guys can see this. Kind of sitting like this. I knew that was going to happen. Why do I think this handle broke? Okay, I'll give you my honest opinion and tell you, if you go back and watch the first impressions video when I said that this thing was half at all weird, I knew it was going to break. I should have said something on camera with you guys. I didn't say anything about it until I got off camera and I was actually looking and I said, I got a feeling this head's going to break off this handle. The reason why is if you go back and watch the first impressions video, you can see where the head is literally sinking down towards the axe handle, okay? And what I think happened, this is just my opinion, okay? It's not fact, it's just my opinion. I think what happened is that these are hydraulically pressed on. You can definitely tell they're hydraulically pressed. And I think what happened was that when this one was hydraulically pressed, it was pressed so hard and it was pressed weird that there was already the handle came to me compromised, and I think it was already weakened with it sitting on the head, the head sitting on the handle the way it was when I showed you guys in the first impressions video. You know, most of the pictures that I saw of this axe online, it showed it with basically being the beard area here was in line with the handle, and as you go back and watch my video, you can see that the beard was almost starting to come down and touch the axe handle, and the axe handle itself in the eye area was shaped weird in that axe eye. It was almost like it was almost broken. You know, like it was starting to break, because just go back and watch the first impressions video and you'll see what I'm talking about. If you guys can see here, I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm going to try to get out of the camera. See how this axe head is shaped like this down? Okay, it's not straight across, it's at an angle like this. And that's exactly how it was put on. As you can see here in the eye of the axe, look in the eye of the axe there. I mean, there's not much wood that's gone. And it's literally, so it was literally sitting like this, okay? It was dipping down. And I think that what happened was when it was pressed on incorrectly, and it caused some weakening, and that's why it broke right here where it broke. That's what happened. That's my opinion. I got a really good feeling that's what it was, but anyway, that's what I think happened. Do I think it's a bad axe? No, I think it's an awesome axe. I just think it was hafted incorrectly. I think it was hafted wrong, and it compromised the handle. I did get a bunch of throws with it, so I'm surprised it didn't break beforehand, but that triple rotation throw, it just had too much force, and it finally snapped. But Cool thing, guys, is that I went ahead and ordered a new handle for it, and it should be here shortly. I'm going to make a third part of this video. I'm going to rehalf this butcher onto another handle, and I'm going to go outside and throw it again, and I'm going to put it on a different handle other than a straight handle. I'm going to give it a little bit of a curved handle to it and see how it flies like that. I think with a little bit of a knob down at the bottom, I can really get behind this axe and throw it really well. Not saying that I didn't with the handle that it came with. I'm just saying with my experience and my expertise in this area, put a little bit of a curved handle on that thing and it's going to fly like nobody's business. I had a really good experience with the Ace of Spades, so that was really good. Handle broke on this one, and I will say that a lot of the breakages that I see online of the World Axethrowing League axes seem to be in that eye area. So it's probably got something to do with the way that they're hydraulically pressing those heads on. That's usually something that happens. It's not a big deal. Handles break. I understand that, and I'm not going to judge the axe based on a broken handle. The axe head worked really well. Yet again, be careful with it. Those cheeks and that bit is extremely thin. You start throwing that thing hard and missing. I could see the bit hitting sideways on the target and snapping off. So be careful with that. But all in all, guys, what a great throwing axe. I can't wait to get a new handle on this thing and redo it and rehaft it and go back outside and throw it. So tell me what you guys think about it. Tell me what you think about the first impressions video when I showed you guys that the head was sitting down, like almost the beard was almost touching the bottom part. The heel was almost touching the axe handle. Tell me what you guys think, and tell me if you came to the same conclusion that I did now that it broke, where it broke at. And tell me your experience with any World Axethrowing League axes that you have or had. And I'm curious to know if anybody else has had similar breakages or if anybody else has had similar problems with theirs. But all in all, guys, great axe head. I can't wait to haft it again and see how it throws. So thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support, guys. Almost up to 3,000 subscribers. That's crazy. Chucking along slowly but surely. We're gaining people each week, so that's awesome. If you're new here, I hope you enjoy the channel. I hope you enjoy all the new content that I'm putting out and all the new stuff I'm going to get into as the weeks and months pass. So new background, guys. Got some new lights. Kind of cool in the back. Kind of giving it a dark medieval feel in here. I feel like I should have like some fur on when I walk into my room. And I should have like a horned mug drinking when I step into this room. But it's really cool. It's given me inspiration to make videos like this. So thanks for all your support. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, guys, I'm going to get a new handle, haft it, but we'll move on to the next axe until then. So thanks for your support. Thanks for everything. See ya.